There are borders, and then there are borders, lines that don't just divide countries but trap millions. For 26 million people, that cage is North Korea. I've spent years studying borders, but North Korea's is in a league of its own. It's not just about keeping people out, it's about locking its own citizens in, under threat of death. Today, we're diving into why escaping North Korea is nearly impossible, looking at the physical, political, and human barriers that make it the world's most dangerous journey. We'll explore the maps, the stories, and the mechanics of this system. This is a story about geography, politics, and the resilience of the human spirit. Let's get back to the map and unpack why escaping North Korea is nearly impossible. To understand escape, you have to understand the regime. North Korea isn't just authoritarian, it's totalitarian, controlling every aspect of life. The Kim dynasty demands absolute loyalty, enforced by a culture of surveillance and fear. Neighbors spy on neighbors, children report on parents, and any hint of dissent can mean disappearance. The punishment isn't just arrest, it's erasure, often for entire families. The Kwanliso, or political prison camps, are the regime's ultimate weapon. Hidden in the mountains, these camps are death zones. Starvation, forced labor, torture, and even medical experiments are routine. Food is so scarce that prisoners eat rats and grass. Medical care is non-existent. The threat of these camps keeps the population in line. No protests, no resistance. The risk isn't just your life, but your family's. Escaping isn't about being unhappy with your government. It's about risking everything against a system built on cruelty. The fear of the Kwanliso is so deep it stifles even the thought of opposition. The regime's power is absolute and the cost of defiance is unimaginable. Every North Korean lives with this threat every day. The system is designed to break the human spirit before the body gives out. The world knows about these camps, but they persist, hidden and protected by the regime's secrecy. For those who try to escape, the stakes couldn't be higher. The regime's cruelty is calculated, and its grip is ironclad. This is the reality North Koreans are running from, and it's why escape is the most dangerous decision they'll ever make. In North Korea, there's no pretense of justice for political prisoners. No trials, no evidence, just accusation and punishment. A single official can condemn you and your family to a camp for life. No appeal, no hope. The reasons are arbitrary: listening to foreign radio, owning a Bible, or being related to someone who did. The regime's songbun system marks people by their family's loyalty, creating generations of suspicion. Guilt by association, yeonjwaje, means your entire family can be punished for your actions. This collective punishment turns families into liabilities and enforces conformity. Tens of thousands suffer in these camps: teachers, farmers, children, guilty only by birth or association. The world knows, but the camps endure. There's no recourse, no rights, no justice, only the state's will. For North Koreans, the idea of individual rights is alien and dangerous. Even thinking about freedom is an act of rebellion. The first barrier to escape isn't physical, it's mental. To even consider leaving, you must first believe your life has value. That's the first and perhaps hardest step. Leaving North Korea without permission is treason, the ultimate crime. The punishment? At best, a lifetime in a labor camp. At worst, public execution. The regime makes sure everyone knows the consequences. Executions are public, meant to terrify. The principle of collective punishment means your family will suffer if you escape. The decision to flee is a moral nightmare. Save yourself or doom your loved ones. Many choose to endure suffering rather than risk their families' lives. The regime weaponizes love, turning it into a chain. The Ministry of State Security relentlessly patrols the borders, using informants, cameras, and constant surveillance. Any stranger in a border town is suspect. Even if you make it out, North Korean agents and Chinese authorities hunt defectors abroad. China often returns escapees, knowing they face torture or death. The act of escape is framed as the gravest betrayal. The state security apparatus is designed to prevent it at all costs. Family becomes a liability, love a prison. Every would-be defector knows failure means death, and success could destroy everyone you love. The psychological barriers are as formidable as the physical ones. This is the price of even thinking about escape. So what does escape actually look like? North Korea borders Russia, China, South Korea, and the sea. Each route is deadly. The DMZ to the south is the most fortified border on Earth. Electric fences, minefields, and thousands of soldiers. Crossing it is almost certain death. Only a handful have ever survived. The sea routes are patrolled, the boats are unsafe, and storms or starvation claim many lives. Russia's border is short, remote, and guarded. Being caught means likely extradition. All these obstacles funnel escape attempts to the long, porous border with China. It's 1,400 kilometers of rivers and mountains, still dangerous, but the only real option. This is where most escape stories begin. The journey is just starting at the river's edge. Every route is a gauntlet of risk. Geography and politics combine to make escape nearly impossible. Yet, some still try. Crossing into China isn't freedom, it's a new nightmare. Defectors arrive with nothing, no money, no ID, no language skills. China, North Korea's ally, treats them as illegal migrants, not refugees. If caught, they're sent back to face torture or death. Life in China is constant fear. No legal work, no safety, always hiding. Many are exploited for labor or trafficked. The goal is to reach Southeast Asia, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, where they can seek asylum. The journey is thousands of kilometers, relying on brokers and safe houses. Every step is dangerous. Police, informants, betrayal. Brokers charge huge sums and may abandon or exploit defectors. The route is perilous. Mountains, jungles, rivers, and constant fear. Women and children are especially vulnerable to trafficking and abuse. The final hope is reaching a South Korean embassy or NGO for help. Even then, the journey is a gamble with life and death at every turn. For most, China is just another prison. The path to freedom is long, uncertain, and filled with new dangers. Escaping North Korea costs a fortune, up to $20,000 per person. Most defectors rely on family in South Korea to pay brokers. The system is a black market of hope and exploitation. Many brokers are traffickers. Women and children are often sold into forced marriages or prostitution. Defectors are at the mercy of criminals, facing betrayal or abuse at any moment. The trauma of the journey is lifelong, especially for women. Every step is a risk: border guards, police, traffickers. Freedom is bought at a staggering price: financial, physical, and psychological. The journey is a minefield of danger and exploitation. For many, the cost is simply too high. The very people meant to help can become new captors. Every escape is a miracle, and a tragedy. The price of freedom is almost unimaginable. Given all these barriers, escape is rare, but not impossible. Since the 1990s, over 33,000 North Koreans have made it to South Korea. Each is a story of survival and courage. But under Kim Jong-un, border security has tightened, and COVID-19 sealed the country even further. In recent years, only a handful have escaped each year. China's surveillance and crackdowns have made the journey even harder. The drop in numbers isn't due to lack of will, but the regime's brutal efficiency. For every success, countless others are caught, die, or are sold into slavery. The trickle of escapes is a testament to both human spirit and the system's cruelty. The walls have never been higher. Why risk everything? Because the alternative is unbearable. For some, it's hunger. For others, it's the suffocation of total control. Smuggled media, movies, music show a world of freedom, planting seeds of hope. Once you glimpse another life, it's hard to accept your own cage. The regime punishes foreign media harshly, knowing ideas are dangerous. Defectors who make it out often become activists, sharing their stories to raise awareness and inspire change. People like Hyun-seo Lee and Yeon-mi Park put a human face on the statistics. Their courage keeps the issue alive and challenges the regime's narrative. Ultimately, the drive to escape is about the universal pursuit of freedom. No regime can fully extinguish that impulse. As long as there's oppression, there will be those willing to risk everything for a chance to be free. Escaping North Korea is a journey through hell. Geography, military force, surveillance, and betrayal. Every success is a miracle, a defiance of total control. The dangers are staggering: execution, repatriation, exploitation. Surviving escape is just the beginning of a lifelong struggle, yet people still try. No wall is high enough to extinguish the human desire for freedom. It's our responsibility to listen to these stories and not look away.